Thank you for joining us today. Actually, today is super special for me because it's going to be my first podcast.
Yay!
And I am so inspired by you because you finally pushed me to that level where I'm finally going to do it. And please let me announce Miss Rosie, known as Glamtender. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for being here.
No,
I
thank
am
you.
so impressed by this lady in so many ways. You guys don't have any idea. I actually met her at the Murillo twins' birthday party, and literally the party was the Murillo party. But
Yes.
let me tell you, the party was Glam Tender.
Oh, I love you. Thank
Oh my
you.
goodness, the hype, the just overall everything. I love the concept. Like, how genius. Please tell us a little bit of how or who Glam Tender is.
All right.
For those that don't know.
Well, first, thank you. And I'm so happy that you actually took the jump because it's very important to always get out of your comfort zone. Porque I always say que no sabes lo que está en el otro lado de esa puerta if you don't open it.
Yes.
So having the courage to do it, I congratulate you because that means you have balls.
Oh, thank you.
Well, going back to your question, I've always loved the party life. I love partying. I love seeing people happy. Since I was young, I've always been in this industry of the party life because my dad, he owned bars and he used to have like all these drag queens come in and I'll see him coming as a male and then next I'll see him on stage as a female. That always grabbed my attention. I'm like, my God, entertainment is so freaking amazing. Like I see people so happy all the time. So when I was young, I used to, when everybody was gone and ya cerraban la barra, yo me iba atrás al camerino y les agarraba la ropa a los drag queens. Y yo me vestía y me subía a las tarimas. Like I was a drag y mi papá en paz descanse me regañaba. Deja eso allí porque te van a regañar cuando venga Julana, no lo va a encontrar, you know? But that's always been me. So I feel like I always had it in my blood. Now going to Glamtender herself, I think she was always in me, but I just never knew how to express her.
Yes.
You know, she's my inner happy,
Yes.
you know, cabrona party girl, you know?
Yes.
So I started as a makeup artist. I love what I did, like making anybody feel beautiful for themselves. It's very important. Pero I'm just saying my experience. As me being a makeup artist, it was always hard when I would see the girls really, really in their depression moments. It was hard to bring them up. It wasn't easy. Por más que tú les quieras decir, te ves hermosa, te ves bonita. No, I don't like this of myself. I don't like that. I'm like, oh, you cannot, you only can do so much, you know?
Yes.
So, como que eso también me desanimó un poquito to keep on doing makeup. Porque había una historia de una muchacha que fui a hacerle su maquillaje y me enseñó una picture de Kim Kardashian. And I looked at her and I told her, mira, mija, I said, I'm going to be honest with you. You don't have the same features. I'm going to do the makeup. It's not going to look the same on you because los features son diferentes. And she's like, pues yo te estoy pagando para verme así. And I'm like, I wish I was de surumano para poderte hacerte the jawlines, right? So allí cuando yo me di cuenta que dije, Rosa, por más que tú trates, Rosy, la gente va a tener su self-esteem como la va a tener, you know? So that was said. I jumped to schools and schools. I started giving like makeup classes. Llegó un tiempo que dije, you know what? I cannot be doing this anymore. I was losing more money than gaining money because when you're a makeup artist, you volunteer a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, and I was like, no, I'm not seeing the moolah in my pocket. So I used to see all these celebrities and YouTubers and, you know, entre el medio drinking and having fun. And I'm like, but nobody knew I was a bartender. And I'm like, what can I do to blend both of my careers and not leave the makeup industry nor the bartending industry? So that's where I sat down and I was, you know, looking for names and ahí estaba Glamtender. And
Yeah, which is super smart because if you think about it, I think every other influencer is a makeup artist.
Yes.
Right? And you have been able to really connect both
Yes.
and make it your own.
yes,
And I know you're super humble. You don't share a lot of things that
Thank
you're
you.
actually growing on. And you told me some of these things, and I'm like, what? How come you don't like? I'd be like showing people like what are my other gigs that
Yeah.
I'm doing, and that is just amazing I want to really let you know that a lot of people go to school for business. A lot of people go and get a major, a degree, training.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you have mastered that to a level that I think it's going to take you much more places.
Oh,
So
thank you,
congratulations on that.
thank you.
But tell us what allowed you to get to that level that you're at. And I'm saying this because I think we connect in so many levels, which is why I truly believe we're going to be true amigas, okay?
Yeah.
This is not just a
Yeah, we're amiguis now.
Este es como chisme here.
Yeah.
Because she has shared some things to me, and actually you've shared with other people, but like I said, I want to really keep it more positive. I want to inspire other women. And in my career as a social worker, when you shared some of those things that you went through as a child, it truly impacted me to think like, wow, this is you healing at its best.
Yes.
Because a lot of people sadly go through so many things that shouldn't have gone through and can never overcome that. How do you do all this knowing that you were able to break away from that?
Well, yo siempre digo que mi abuelita es una persona muy grande en parte de todo eso. Yo dejé mi esposo a los 21, lo dejé ya cuando le di 2 hijos, tengo 2 hijos con él. Y en ese entonces mi abuelita estaba muy mala. Y ella siempre se ha preocupado, pero lamentablemente mi mamá se fue de la casa y nunca regresó, nunca tuvimos esa relación tan cercana con mi abuelita. Pero cuando mi abuelita se enfermó y se fue para San Luis y mi mamá ya estaba deportada, mi abuelita se fue para San Luis con mis tías y mi mamá. Y pude conectarme con ella a un nivel que casi nunca he compartido, porque digo que es algo mío, ¿verdad? Pero algo que ella siempre me dijo que siempre se me quedó grabado es de no tenerle miedo al éxito y que nunca uses tu dinero en ti. Siempre sea muy humilde y que nunca uses tu chamarra de víctima, porque no vas a llegar lejos.
Yeah.
Si te pasó, mija, te pasó, pero sigue adelante. No dejes que por eso se llama pasado. Presente y futuro. Vivimos en el presente y tampoco no te agobies mucho en el futuro. You know? So siempre tengo su presente. No tiene miedo al éxito. Y si tienes miedo, hazlo, pero no, que no te detenga. Y tampoco no usar tu chamarra de víctima. Y sí, no fue fácil porque es algo muy difícil. Tienes que manejar, tienes que tener mucha fuerza mental. ¿Verdad? Y tampoco no puedes esperar que otra persona venga y que te dé esa energía, que te dé esa... Porque al último, si naciste solo, vas a terminar sola. Yo no nací con nadie, nací sola, no nací con gemela, nomás mi mamá y yo ahí estuvimos. Cuando yo nací, miré a mi mamá. You know, so honestly, I just feel like las palabras de mi abuelita me marcaron mucho, demasiado, y nunca se me olvida. Cada vez que me siento atorada, yo tengo una foto grande de ella en mi oficina. Y cuando me siento que las cosas van mal o no puedo, voy. Nadie sabe porque lo hago solita, you know? Voy y si se caigan en la casa, platico con ella así en silencio y ya me siento a gusto. Pero es algo que yo tengo que ver su presencia para que diga, ¿sabes qué, Rosy? Estás haciendo esto por algo, y tengo que a veces recordarme que no soy la víctima, I'm the hero of my story.
Absolutely. 100%.
You know?
Y es interesante porque estamos hablando Spanglish, una
yeah,
sección
I'm sorry,
español
that's me.
inglés, pero está perfecto, muy bien, me encanta. Y eso es realmente lo que la segunda vez que te vi fue en el Fallarón, en el celebración, estamos diciendo que invitaron al grupo Frontera y de sorpresa estaba el grupo Fuerza Regia, que, oh my goodness, todos estaban haciendo un gran, o sea, you know, it was, actually, I was still thinking about, that was probably one of my best events.
Oh, thank you.
However, I have to say, when I was invited and I knew you were going to be there, I could not help but, you know, but when I started reading your stories and I learned of the reason why you were doing this event, I was like, oh my goodness, I need to meet you.
Oh, thank
because you were doing it. Actually, I would love for you to share why you were doing it. I want you to tell them. But I'm huge on mental health. And like I said, my career before this was in social work. Luckily, I'm helping people in a different level now in real estate. But when you shared that, that had a huge impact on me on really learning who you are. So please share, why you did that event, because that's how I saw it. I felt like you did everything. I saw your stories. You were cleaning there early. You were
Oh, yeah, girl.
preparing. I mean, it was an amazing event.
Thank you. I always say, like, if you don't stress, you have no success.
Exactly.
And you cannot just give your success to somebody else for them to handle it, juggle it for you. I feel like I have to do everything hands on. A lo mejor no soy la experiencia de poner flores o poner globos, pero estar allí también para que vean las personas que estoy apoyando, que no estoy más allí para que do this, do that. No, I'm going to get my help. I'm going to get myself dirty.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I like
you
that.
know?
Yeah. I like that.
Pues el motivo del evento, the first one I ever did was for the reason que a lot of my followers will say, "Oh my God, you're such a party person. I love your vibe. Me encantaría, hire you someday, but you're out of my price range." And I'm like, oh, "Okay, I understand, lo que sea." But it's like the funny thing is, like, I don't even think I'm that expensive because, bendito Dios, I'm booked all the whole year and I'm still booked for next year. So I just feel like it depends the people that you trigger, or you branch out to. But anyways, so with people saying that and diciéndome que I wish I can feel how to party with influencers, with your friends, I'm like, why can I just not do a party and charge for it and everything I make for the expenses? I just wanted to give people that experience. That was the first one. I did it in November of last year, and it was like a Dia de los Muertos, and I just had a DJ. A DJ has strip poles. I went out. I was all crazy, but it was amazing. At first, I didn't see que estaban vendiendo boletos, and next, maybe like 2-3 weeks before, it was boom, 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 boom. I was selling tickets like crazy, y junté como 400 people.
Wow.
The first event. All my influencer friends, bendito Dios, me
came through.
apoyaron. They came through, which Rob the Original, Must Be Cindy, Loving Prince, get Petro Clips. Pero Anoche was this year, not last year.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was crazy how all, these influencers, I had like 35 influencers under one roof, the first one.
Okay.
And it was in a warehouse.
Wow.
So with that said, people were expecting another one this year,
Okay.
But I got so busy that I couldn't really release it. So I said, ni modo, it has to be in January. But unfortunately, we had a loss in my family. And the loss had to be with mental health, illness, I'm sorry. And I was going to cancel the event. Ya no lo quería hacer. Pero dije, ¿sabes qué, Rosy? No. ¿Por qué? Porque el fallecimiento fue mi hermanito, el menor.
So, sorry.
Thank you. He was 31. We suffered with his mental illness for a very long time, since he was 3. They deported my mom. It started because they deported my mom. He was 3 years old, and so he had a lot of deportation anxiety. Things happened to him there because I separated my sisters and him, and le hicieron cosas que no debían de hacerle that marked him for life.
Yeah.
So he was juggling with that too. Other things that happened to him, and I did everything in my power, and my sisters to, get counseling for him. But it came to a point that he became an adult. He decided to do his own thing, and instead of getting better, it got worse. So we got to him too late after, as an adult. We did everything in our power. My sister flew from New York. We tried to help him, pero no quiso, y lamentablemente los dieron la noticia que falleció. Él mismo se quitó su propia vida, and it was hard, and it's been hard to accept it. But the last conversation I had with him, he was, hermana, dice, don't worry about me. He said, I'm not scared. If I have to leave, I have to leave, because you're here. You're here, and I know the family's going to be okay. Because I'm the oldest. I've always been the provider. And he was a rapper. And he was very intelligent. He had a very good knowledge of rapping and todo eso, pero lamentablemente su mente, todo lo que pasó, he wasn't strong enough,
Yes.
He pretended he was, but he wasn't. And with that said, I feel like it's not them just suffering, it's the family itself.
It hurts everybody.
It hurts. It hurts everybody. Like, and I'm not telling you he's a blanca palomita, porque hizo cosas que a mí también me dolieron. que me lastimó hasta el fondo del corazón, que yo digo que cuando yo me di cuenta de cosas, a mí me dolió, pero al fin de cuentas también soy su hermana. And that was hard for me to juggle that. I'm not saying that part because I need to respect the other parties también, what happened y lo que tú quieras, pero yo como adulta, yo ya hice paz con él, yo ya lo perdoné por mí, you know, y dije, no, I have to do something. I cannot let him die just to die. Like, I need to do something, because when I was looking for help, I wouldn't get help. Like, I had to pay for all his treatments. I had to pay for all his counseling, just because according to the system, yo ganaba mucho dinero, which wasn't true. You know, en ese entonces que the minimum wage was what, like $6, $7, y todavía tenía que mantener mis siblings. You know, because they deported my mom when I was 16. So yo me quedé con mis 3 siblings. Ya tenía un hijo y después ya vino la otra niña. So when I left my husband at 21, yo me quedé con 5 que tenía que mantener. So for the government to tell me that I was making enough money was $6 an hour, $6, $7 an hour to mantener at all these mouths, it was ridiculous.
Wow.
You know? So that was the main reason why I did it, because I wanted to help my community, Latinos, like, que no tengan la ayuda, que no tienen la ayuda para poder darles el treatment a su familia. I wanted to do that. Like, I felt peace in me to do that. Yes. So, este evento que hice comenzó igual como el primero, pero dije, no, I have to make it bigger. I need to do something else. And I didn't know it was going to get this huge, amiga. Like,
I know. Share how big that was.
Dude,
that was like amazing.
Yeah, because I hired Frontera when they were still on the underground. Nobody really knew about them. You know, I'm a very norteña girl. Like, I love norteño, todo lo que da. I love banda and everything. And I'm like, when I did the collab with, you know, I actually asked Christina's mom que cuánto me rentaba el up the hill, because it's beautiful up there.
Yeah.
And the concept I wanted it open. I wanted it, you know, I wanted it to be more like chic. Excuse me. So when she told me, you know, ya platicamos en todo, y ya le dije, you know, well, if you're going to help me out because of the cause of it, I said, well, let's do a collab. Yo le dije. She said, oh, no, just with my daughter. My daughter's more out there. She's an influencer. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So that's how we started. Sandra is like que me ayudó with the Grupo Frontera, you know, a conseguirlo. Siempre le voy a decir gracias por ella. We got Grupo Frontera. Pero como and I had it intimate, only 400 people. Because it was her location. And, you know, it's like more residents, rancho vibe. Pero como the weather no los ayudó, we had to change it to Farallón. Dude, when
what
it
was
got
the capacity there?
Farallón, I've only told him I wanted it for up to 700 people, but I don't know how it got out of hand. Like, it was scary because it got out of hand, like so many people. And I feel like, I'm going to be honest, people forgot the cause of the event. They just were there for Frontera to act like they're cool because they were the influencers, because they were hanging out with Tulano, Jutano. They forgot the cause. I couldn't even give the speech to my brother. I would have done more things different.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, I totally get that. It was a complete party.
Yeah, and I felt like it was, you know, it is what it is. I learned, pero I'm just glad that the outcome and how I wanted it, what I wanted to do, and my feelings towards the event, for me, was a success.
Yes, but you know, I've heard you saying something, and I'm gonna just remind you. You said it's okay if I fail. I don't think you did by all means, but I've heard you saying if I do fail, it's okay, because the next time I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do it way bigger.
Yeah.
And I've told you that, amiga. You're gonna make big things, and you know, absolutely whatever resources you need, you know, we're here to support you. You have so many huge fans, and I think the more I get to know you, the more I see why we get so connected, because like I said, I also made a transition in my career. Yes, I'm helping in real estate. People think, oh, you're making money. No, it's not because I do, because I love the money. Well, yeah, who doesn't want money, right?
I love money.
I'm working on my financial portfolio. Like, people don't understand because I don't talk a lot about it, but I'm really more an investor, and that's where me and Rosie are going to make huge plans.
Oh, yeah, we're going to make a lot of Benjamins.
Luckily, you're already a homeowner. Congratulations.
Thank
a lot of
you.
people are not homeowners,
That
okay?
part.
And that, to me, is like really, really kind of like an eye-opener. I've seen a lot of influencers out there. And, you know, it's okay. You can call me an influencer too. That's fine.
Mhm.
But I'm going to lead by example. And I always tell people, hey, if you're making money, reach out to me because I would love to show you how you can
Mhm.
become a homeowner. What were we just saying? Snoop Dogg just had a saying the other day. He said, real estate is like the most amazing thing to own in this world.
Yes.
And if you don't own real estate, then
You don't
know.
have nothing.
Right?
Yes.
So congrats, because I know you
Thank
are a
you.
homeowner, but honestly, it's about taking it to the next level.
Yes.
And that's where I was actually going to say, besides real estate, you have mastered to take your business to another level.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's just a characteristic of someone who's successful, who has been able to master something and then take it to the next level. Why? Because when you get to a point, you're going to be like, okay, well, now I achieved this.
Mm-hmm.
So my question to you is like, and you've already kind of given me some other things that I didn't know. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You're the one behind that? I'm like, wow, But what would be that next level for you?
My next level. You know what? I feel like I just go with, si es para ti, lo que te da Dios, te da Dios.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have so many things I would love to do. Obviously, a lot of people see me with the club.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I've been in the industry with my dad. It's not something I really look forward to, having a club. But, como decía mi papá, and even Mr. Temple lo dijo, la comida te deja dinero. Pero el alcohol te hace rico.
Yes.
You know?
I saw that about him.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the reason that's the reason why how I transitioned to being a bartender and a mobile bartending business and bringing the bottle service to your party.
Yes.
You know, I wanted to be different. I wanted a staple for myself.
Yes.
You know, I want when they hear Glamtender, oh, she's the chick with the whistle.
Yeah.
Oh, she's the chick that walks in with the shot cart, you know?
That just happened literally at the office. I'm here with some loan officers and I'm like talking about business and they're like, who? Glamtender? Oh my goodness. Like I know her. I've seen her. And it's so awesome. Like you're actually known,
The party animal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but I know you're not. Like that's what the thing that people don't understand. And I know that even my own son said to me, Mom, you've been partying a lot. And I said, I promise you I'm not. It's just that that's part of our job. Sometimes we have to connect with people. We have to meet with entrepreneurs and we have to just really go to a level. For me, my passion, and I think that's why we connect so well, my passion is to be able to spread the word to people that they can become homeowners. They can also be investors. They can also be their own boss through real estate. And how better to connect with someone like you who's have a huge fan base here.
Oh, thank you.
And I can, collab with you.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I do support her. We just started talking. We don't know all the details, but my closings are going to have, hopefully in all, but we'll see. She's extremely busy. She's booked like, maybe
I'm already booking. My 2024 is already halfway closing.
Oh my goodness. But please follow her. This is her handle right here, Glamtender. And I'm going to start using her for my closings because I always make my closings special for my clients in real estate. And when I saw her and I was like, right away, I was like, oh my goodness, I could use her.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for saying yes to me. And I can't wait to, just build more and more relationships. And like I said, the idea is to get to as many influencers as I can. And I do want to thank you from the bottom of my heart because I have met a lot of influencers and sadly, I really don't understand why they wouldn't see my passion. Or maybe it's okay. Como decía la abuelita, pues no soy monedita de oro
para que le den a todos. Yeah. But también, friend, you need to understand that not a lot of people can see more beyond, That happened with me with Glamtender. People will see the name Glamtender. What the hell is that? I had to work hard to show what Glamtender was about, But I don't know you, but this is the way I describe my passion. Like, no little kids here, right? I describe my passion like having sex. Like I have sex with my passion. Like I have a passion for it. And every time I do, like I finish an accomplishment or I'm out of a gig with the celebrity that I never thought I was gonna be, it feels like that orgasm just went out of me and I'm like, fuck, did it. Like I feel so satisfied.
I love that.
You know?
I love that expression.
So I tell my
Yes,
husband, I'm sorry if I make love with my passion. The good thing is, it's not a human. It's a passion of career that I wanna like. Es como una adrenalina que tengo. Like
Yes.
I wanna do it. Like I know I'm capable of doing it. And the harder it is, the more excited I get.
Yes.
And then a lot of people tell me like, "Are you afraid of competition?" I'm not. I love competition because it keeps me on my feet. So como ya veo otras personas, like I love like before. I'm not gonna be honest. It took me a while to understand. Me going around giving shots y que veo otro bartender haciéndolo, but I'm like, okay, Rosie, you're doing something right. If people are seeing you, or they're just you're inspiring them to do it, it's because you're doing something right. You shouldn't get mad, because at the end of the day, the pyramid starts from the top to the bottom.
Yeah. And you're still always going to be the original.
So that took me time, and that's something a lot of bartenders, they hit me, how do you deal with this? I'm like, I just deal with it, like I give myself a pat in the back. Que bueno que pudiste inspirar a otras personas para que también hagan dinero, because you're not the only one, and I can't cater to everybody.
Yes.
And I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah.
You know?
And the other thing too, and this is something that I think we talked about, because I deal with it a lot in my services when they want to, pay me less commission, and I always say, well, my ethics is like I'm gonna do the best job, and that's what you're paying for.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you're expensive.
I love being expensive.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what also is gonna brand you.
Yeah.
Because if it was cheap, then you would probably be, you would work harder, but because you've built to that brand, now you can be more expensive.
Yeah. And it's good being expensive, because like you say, thank you. It's like we work years for this. Like you're not gonna get a bartender that has only 3 months in school. Like no, I've been bartending for 24 years. That's experience of 24 years. That's 24 years putting my hands in ice.
Yes.
24 years of pouring bottles. 24 years of scachando vasos, cleaning a bar, getting to know a bar, meeting a lot of people, getting more knowledge from other bartenders. It's a lot. So you're going to get a bartender that you don't have to worry about telling what to do. I know how to keep a smile on my face. I know how to hype a party. Like, it's not easy. Like, I've been to other parties and I see bartenders, and like, they are so boring. Like, make me want to go to the bar and give you a tip.
That's not going to happen with someone like that.
And that's what I tell everybody. And muchos bartenders, they DM me, they ask for advice. I said, just be happy. Love it. Have a passion for it. Don't do it for the money, because if you do it for the money at first, la gente lo va a ver. But if you do it for a passion,
Yes, absolutely. I'm 100% on you with that, because it's something I've always said. The same way. Passion is not something you could teach.
No. It comes, it's
and
in you.
You can see it right away. And that's why I love my job, because I know I'm good at it and I love it. Why do you get so excited? I'm like, I'm excited. Like, imagine, like, that's a huge investment on a client, and that they're gonna trust me with it. Like, I get excited. That's the passion that I have for it. So I totally understand that. But how do you deal with the people that are copying or following that?
Like I'm telling you, at first I would be like, ay viejo, mira, ya esta gente ya me está copiando. He would look at me. Dice, pero tú lo hiciste primero. Gente sabe que tú lo hiciste. Pero no todo, like, and I'm like, you know what, Rosie? Stop it. You're not a high school. Eres una vieja ya de 40 y tantos años. You're doing something great.
Yes.
You need to understand you're doing something great. So I just learned how to go with the flow and just congratulate them. Like, you have your people, you have your style. As long as they have their own style, I think people won't match them with me. But they know where that gadget came from.
Yes.
Because I always say the gadgets didn't make Glamtender. Glamtender made the gadgets.
Yes.
Because a bartender can go and have the fill upper, but if the client's not feeling it, they're not feeling it.
Absolutely.
So me, I'm the kind of person that I'm like, okay, it's time to party, and I put on my party. The Glamtender's a character. She's party. She's wild. Let's do it.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
And people can feel it.
Yes, absolutely. Tell me, who's been your biggest celebrity that you've been around?
My biggest celebrity that I've been around. It's been
I heard you were with Grupo Firme.
Yes. Yeah, I was with Grupo Firme. They were, yeah, I can say they were one of my biggest.
Yeah. I heard that you met, you were with them at Las Vegas. So I was like,
Yes.
okay, I wonder if she has another one or.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. It's them. I did ellos, and then I can say my second one was Fuerza Regida too.
Yeah.
I was on stage with them. Then Chiquis. I feel like Chiquis has been como la patadita de la buena suerte.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
she was my
Wow.
patadita buena suerte, and I wanna, thanks to was her manager back then, her personal, I think was personal assistant, Chris. I met him, and bendito Dios por él. I'm going, gracias a él, I was able to, cater to Chiquis, and
Oh, wow.
I did like 2, 3 of her parties,
Oh,
and she's a
awesome.
wonderful person. Yeah,
Yes.
and
Well, I just recently saw you at the celebration for 10 million for Dell Records, which
Oh, yes.
congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm a huge fan of them, and
Oh.
I'm hoping that Angel de Villar is listening because I would love to meet him. I'm a huge fan of them because they truly, again, another Latino that is making it.
That comes from humble beginnings.
Yes, yes. And so when I saw you working the bar, I was like, man, she works. I was like, hi, Rosie,
Yeah.
And she's like,
Yeah, and it's
like,
so hard because they told me it was for 200, but I guess they forgot to say 200 and they're plus one.
oh,
So if I
yeah,
would have
I
known,
took my +1.
see, if I would have known, I would have 5, 6 bartenders behind the bar. I would have a full staff bar. But me dijeron 200, 3 bartenders can fucking kill it.
Yeah.
Pero the funny thing is that mi prima no tiene experiencia. Yo la estoy entrenando. Y me dice ella, pues, ¿qué voy a hacer? Y I'm the kind of bartender, I'm the kind of person that yo no te puedo estar diciendo porque cada vez que te pones atrás del bar, cambia el sistema. Pero estás allí, te voy a decir cómo hagas las bebidas y tú agarras tu sistema.
Yeah.
So, a mi prima por esta miraba que más tiraba tapaderas de botellas y la miraba. I'm like, she's doing good.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Well, my husband gave her good tips. So.
Ya cuando salimos de prima, no manches, estoy en casa. Y yo le dije, ahora sí vas a saber lo que es chingarle atrás de la barra, le dije yo. And yeah, she's like, prima, no, esto fue
Pero she's
mucho.
still working, so le
Dice,
gustó.
no, dice, prima, me pidieron que 20 shots. A mí me pidieron 30. Y le dije, yo, tienes 2 manos.
Oh.
I'm not going to do 30 shots for you knowing that you have 2 hands. I'm
Oh
sorry, I'm
my.
not going to do it,
Yeah.
Because eso es lo que te atrasa. La gente que te pide 5 o 6 y tienes 2 manos, how do you want to do all this?
Yes.
But yeah, I know that we did have a line, and I'm known for not having a line, but they forgot 200 plus 1.
Oh yeah. I didn't. I was
You
fine.
know,
I enjoyed
But
it. I
girl,
mean, it was-
yo parecía Speedy
Yeah.
Gonzalez.
Yeah.
I was like, cha, 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 cha. But,
And then you still had to go out there.
and I had to go out there and do
and you
entertainment.
at least did 2, 3 entertainment
Yes.
sessions that I could remember.
Yes.
So no, you're like a true hustler.
Oh,
believe
thank
me.
you.
I think you're doing amazing things. And by all means, like I said, I'm hoping that we can establish a lifetime relationship.
We already
because-
have.
I know, right? Because I see your passion for working, and I'm like, you need to work on your real estate portfolio.
I told you that.
Because
I told you.
Passive income
Yes,
is
I
cuando
will.
estás dormidita y mira.
Yo
no vas a
quiero
ver-
eso. That's my goal. Like, my goal is to dormir y hacer dinero. Today I was just talking to my sister about that. I'm like, sister, you better hurry up and start learning a management because el dinero tiene que quedar en casa.
No, and you know what? You're doing amazing. You have a full staff. You're talking about having, a manager, your sisters, you're bringing her on board. That is awesome for you to be
Yes.
able to have your family because not a lot of people can work with their family.
That's what we're talking about today. My sister's like, it's because your personality. I don't want a relationship to be shattered. I said, mira, what I needed to learn was that what is Crystal good at?
Mm-hmm.
Crystal's good at financing. Crystal's good in numbers. Crystal's good in ¿qué más? On doing cartas and stuff. I'm like professional lettering, like writing and stuff.
Mhm.
Like, so I'm gonna have her doing the management part. What is my other sister Letty good for? She's good for research. So la voy a meter to do research things that I want to, work with, maybe a tequila company or cosas así. I tried to put my sister Letty in bartending. It didn't work. Salimos mal. Well, why? Because it wasn't her calling. She's not good at that. I'm good at that. So if I can place my family members in places they are good at, we're gonna be good because they're
Yeah.
gonna do it with passion, and I don't have to
Yes.
get mad.
Yes, and it's hard to trust someone else too.
Yes.
In the
Hasta la familia, it's hard to trust, amiga. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. It's family get greedy too. Like it's hard to find a genuine. Like this is what I always tell my husband. I want to work with alphas, but alpha team, not an alpha solo person. Like if you're alpha and you know how to work in the team, like you got it together.
That's
You know?
amazing. Well, I really, really enjoy having you here. I have a little something for you.
Oh, thank
While
you.
you open it, I want you to open it because I want you to share what I got you.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
And
friend.
in the meantime, I wanted to just share that. I just wanted to share and take the opportunity right now that Rosie is an influencer, obviously a Glamtender, but I'm inviting anybody who is interested in becoming a homeowner to reach out to me, send me a DM, or reach out to her. She will definitely, be able to connect you with me. There are programs out there that you could qualify. You don't need your taxes, but like I said, reach out. We can definitely get you connected with an awesome loan officer here, the mortgage guys. So yes, and so I don't know if you know the meaning of the hummingbird. There are several meanings of the hummingbird. One of them is obviously that it's good luck, hope, or the other one's that like a dear one is close by, thinking of you. But the other one is that great things are coming because your healing has already, the healing is coming. The past is gone. The healing is coming, and that's the way I look at you. When I saw them, I was like, those are perfect for you. Little hummingbirds on those.
And it's pink today too.
Yes.
And I never wear pink.
And we did not coordinate this. We totally didn't coordinate this. We were happened to be pink today.
Yes, thank you so much.
Well,
friend.
thank you
This
so
means
much,
to me.
and please continue to
love
watch my YouTube channel coming soon. And so blessed to have my great friend now.
Thank you.
Thank
and
you.
Thank you so much. Y mil bendiciones de éxitos, and you got this shit.
Oh, thank you. We
You're like,
both are going
yes,
to.
there you go.
Amiga. Thank you.
Thank you.